reference material, but you're taking it much further. And this artist obviously has personalized the work a lot. Again, I like the composition, but I like the feeling for the elements, getting beneath the surface of the landscape, you know, getting the mood, the feeling of moonlight and the cloud forms, the rhythm, and just the atmospheric quality in the painting. So it's a very expressive piece, and I really enjoyed getting to see the artist's work. This painting is a transparent watercolor. The other two were working with opaques as well. To me, it's the painting first, and then the medium and the craft follows. There are two important aspects to painting, and one is the craft, which is the composition, the color, the technique that's used, and so on and so forth. That has to follow the expression, and I think those first two pieces really show that. This one is a beautiful transparent painting, a strong feeling for sunlight, and it just captures this mood. You know, you can feel that kind of yellow light that's dappled through the whole painting. It's a much more traditional handling of the medium, you know, with you know, some wetter areas and just glazing and kind of a high key movement that comes into the strong contrast. But again, if you squint your eye, there's a beautiful abstraction to the painting. And I responded to that right away when I saw the piece. There's beautiful, warm, cool that moves into it, and a feel for John Singer Sargent, the way he would have handled the subject. So, beautiful piece. And this one, I think, again, is fairly transparent. There's a little opaque that kind of goes through in some of the grasses. Very limited palette. You're working with color family of the reds, the red oranges, and then just a little dark value that looks like it was probably a black that's been used with the red orange to give you the neutrals in the composition. The neutrals are very important in this painting and help set off the warmer, semi-neutral red-orange. But the painting to me here is about pattern. It's just this beautiful rhythm and pattern that moves through, and it's kind of a unique way that the artist has put the paint down. It's not your typical wet on wet, control wash, and so on, but there's a fine tuning to the artist's sensitivity for the subject, and I like the way this painting works. This, on the other hand, is a very photographic piece, you know, and I think I'm not one that really responds that often to a very, you know, photographic, photorealist piece. But I think this one takes it a little further, and it has a nice feeling for light, this evening mood that goes into it, and I think it's just beautifully painted. Nice composition, almost a symmetrical design with the bust right in the center with equal weight on both sides. I especially, well, I like the whole painting the way it's handled, but I like this area up here. You can feel the air, you know, the softness and the humidity in the air, and that feeling for light that's coming behind that tree, you know, in that particular painting. So, beautiful piece.